Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's night 11 of the 31 Days of Horror. What I've got for you tonight is a review of the new Pet Sematary movie, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. I just got done watching it. It's on streaming right now. Okay, a couple of things first out. I was very hesitant about this movie because I absolutely loathed the Pet Sematary remake. I hated it with a passion because it didn't get Stephen King. It didn't get the story. I'll more on that later. So going into Bloodlines, my expectations were really low. And honestly, that is the best way to go into this movie. Was this a bad movie? No. Was it a good Pet Sematary movie? No. The basic plot of this follows, in the Pet Sematary story, in the Pet Sematary movie, there's this story of when Judd Crandall was young, and some guy brought his son got killed in the war, and he brought him back to life. This is that story. If it had just been that story, the way that story, it would have been fine. There are some liberties taken. They add this whole other subplot into the movie about people the town elders or whatever knowing about this, and it's almost like a cover up type thing. They're standing guard in case this evil happens again. It got very pretentious, honestly. What made Pet Sematary, the original story of Pet Sematary, what makes it scary is the fact that, one, it's something that everybody would do. Anyone who's lost anybody, anyone who's lost a pet or anything, would know what would you do for, a bit more time with that person or that animal or whatever. That's the insidious nature of the story, the what if, what ends up happening here, though, is it's how can I put this? It's these characters know about this evil, and not only do they, supposedly they want to stay and protect the town or whatever, but they don't do anything to quash the rumors. You would think that would be the first thing you'd do. If you had something where rumors are going around if you bury something here it'll come back to life, you would quash those rumors so quick. You would go out of your way to, or even something along the lines of you'd focus people elsewhere so they wouldn't go there. They'd go over here and try it over here. I don't know. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. If it hadn't been a Pet Sematary movie, I would have had a blast with it. The effects for what there are pretty good. There's some decent gore effects. And well, for a thing called Pet Sematary, it focuses very little on there's one zombified dog, and that's it for the entire movie, and it's literally killed off in about the first 20 minutes. So there you go. They focus on the human story, which I get. You got to go with that because that's your main demographic. We're not making a movie for dogs, but at the same time, I don't know. It lacked something. I don't know how to say what it is that it lacked. I don't know how I would do it better if I was making a movie. But I don't know. I'd just focused on the story of, the mourning father bringing his dead soldier's son back to life, and like the ramifications of it. You don't need all the other stuff. You don't need you know, the conspiracy type plot line or anything like that. Uh, it is what it is. You know, it's unnecessary because the story that at least I wanted to see was just that the slow, like, insidious story of someone, you know, messing with powers beyond them. It is what it is. The movie itself, like I said, it's okay. For a movie, I give it 7 out of 10. Is it perfect? No. You know, it's a prequel to the remake. So, you can only polish a turd so much, but you can roll it in glitter. And that's what I feel they've done here. Is it a better movie than the Pet Sematary remake? Yes, definitely. I enjoyed it a lot more. The characters were a lot more interesting. One of my biggest problems with the Pet Sematary remake was our main character. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy his like grieving father thing and everything. It just didn't work. It was probably due to the writing or whatever, but it didn't work. This kind of works. You got David Duchovny starring as the father of the guy that gets brought back, and he looks broken. He looks completely beaten down, and it works. He looks like a grieving person. And also, don't get me started on this. They added on some whole new rule. It's like, apparently if you want to kill them, you have to shoot them in the eyes. You have to take out the eyes and then they die. It's like, bullshit. That's like something new. You're trying to make like a zombie movie out of something, that shouldn't be. So yeah, that's it. 7 out of 10. If you liked the Pet Sematary remake, you will like the prequel. A lot of reviews I've seen online and people have been saying, essentially it's an unnecessary sequel. And that is kind of true. It's a story that didn't need to be told, but it has been, so it is what it is, So yeah, 7 out of 10. Give it a shot if you're interested. You can do worse, let's just say that. So yeah, that's it for me. See you tomorrow.